Hey everybody, we're back again with Big Brother, season 24. We're now in episode, I believe it's 7. All right. Last time we had Jasmine, who was the HOH, who is currently the HOH, and she put up on the block Pooch and Taylor, both people who volunteered to be on the block, by the way. Pooch being her target, he doesn't believe he's the target. He thinks Taylor's the target, and Taylor knows he's the target. It's a weird situation, but some people are that stupid. And then we have Michael winning the veto, and he chose not to use it. So those two remain on the block, and both very confident that they're safe. So we'll see who gets voted out. All right. There was a lot of talk. Of course, Joe being the smart one out of the duo of Pooch and Joe. Well, Joe's number one is Pooch. Pooch's number one is what is that guy's name? The weird guy. That looks like a circus performer. I remember his name, but that's Pooch's number one. And Joe just kept getting this feeling that the girls are going to go try to get rid of Pooch. He tried to voice that to Pooch, but of course, Pooch called him an idiot for it. And so they have this this whole thing where Joe is talking about his feeling that the girls are trying to get rid of Pooch. To Kyle and Monty, two people who are on opposite alliance who already knows that Pooch is the target, but they're pretending not to know. All right, so that happens. And then Pooch still goes around. He still, sort of pitches to the people that are going to be voting. He's still playing on, but he's not giving it his all because he doesn't think he's going to be going home. Then we have a showman's forming between Alyssa and Kyle. Show each of them. Right. That's Kyle over here, and that's Alyssa over here. All right. So they got a little showman's going on. All right. So that's happening. Jasmine still got a broken ankle, just laying around. She just finds different places in the house to just lay down all the time, which is not something she would be doing even if her leg wasn't injured. So it is what it is. I don't think she's a very mobile individual, seen by the way she literally twisted her ankle on a, it wasn't even solid ground. It was like one of those like inflatable turf sort of things in the competition where it sinks in. It's meant to like absorb your body if you fall into it, to kind of keep you safe. It's like a trampoline sort of floor. And she just stepped on it with one foot and twisted her ankle. It is what it is. Yeah. So, but she still won HOH, even though she twisted her ankle. So that doesn't really affect her. I mean, it was a pie eating contest. So there, and then Alyssa tells Kyle about the fact that the girls want Taylor to stay in the game so that she goes after the guys next week. And now Kyle is worried that he might get booted out of the game because the girls are possibly lining up together to get rid of the guys. And then Amira on the opposite end tells Monty that the girls are also trying to, that the girls kind of want to get rid of the strong guys. So now Monty's nervous about that. So they're both of those guys, strong guys, Now there have 3 other allies that are girls that are part of a girls' alliance that are trying to get rid of the guys. So they get nervous. Monty tried to pitch to switch the vote to from Pooch to Taylor, but Nicole, who's part of their post-pack alliance, who was the newest member to get added after Paloma left the game, she is adamant that she doesn't want to do that. She feels that she wants a girl to win, and that that this is the year that they have a lot of strong girls in the game, and the girls are going to be the ones to dominate the game, and the guys are always so sure, and they're always guys, and it's like, that's never happened. It's never been a guys sort of thing. Maybe one where it was just a bunch of guys that allied together, but most of the time the guys go after each other, not after the girls. It's the girls going after the guys, and the guys, in order to protect themselves, shoot back at the girls. But it is, you know, whatever. So Taylor is getting back in with the girls after she sort of tried to form a little alliance sort of thing with Monty, and then he freaking stabbed her in the back, and now she's like all in with the girls now. But she was trying to like use flirtation to sort of like worm her way in with the guys. So it wasn't like she was actually talking game with them. She was just doing superficial manipulation tactics. It was an amateurish attempt at actually forming an alliance. She should have just straight up just speak game with them. Just tell them she wants to work with them. Like it was stupid. But Taylor's not the most social aware, most socially aware person. I mean, she does pageants, and even her smile is superficial. It's ridiculous. All right, so it's time to vote, and it seems like every single person voted to get rid of Pooch. It was a 12-0 vote, and the reason for that being is that even the guys that were working with Pooch were told at the last minute that Pooch is going to be going home. And even Pooch's number one, I still don't remember his name. He had to vote to get rid of Pooch, and he didn't really like that. But yeah, so Pooch ended up going home. It's his own fault. He volunteered to be on the block. He could have been safe, but not really safe, but he would have actually been backdoored or something. He wouldn't have immediately been just like straight up target, you know. But he did it to himself. All right. Next, it's going to be a new twist, and the new twist is called Festy Bestie. Yeah, not a cool name, but that's what it is. The twist is that there's going to be 2 people that are going to be partnered together, and if one goes on the block, they both go on the block. So you only vote. You're voting for you're electing a pair to go on the block, and only one person out of that pair gets voted out. And I think there's going to be like a secret power that the person that stays out of one pair is going to get, or something like that. But that is pretty much the twist. And it is determined by the HOH competition. All right, show you the HOH competition right now. All right, so in the HOH competition, they have to sit in these chairs. All right, so hold on. God damn it. Show those faces. Yeah. All right, so they're going to be holding on to these lighters. There's buttons on the side of the lighters. They're going to hold on to it, and music is going to play. So it's pretty much like musical chairs, but the music is going to play, and they have to then, as soon as the music stops, they have to sit down as fast as possible, and the last person to get to their chair will be out. And that person can either take a seat, if there are seats available, or choose to become besties with whoever is already sitting down. And the first one sitting down is obviously Jasmine. All right, so they can choose to partner up with Jasmine or just take a seat. All right, so I believe the first one out was, of course, Terrence. His fat ass couldn't get to the seat fast enough, which was pretty obvious. He would be the first one out. I don't know why he's even in the game. And the second one is the second fattest person outside of Jasmine is, what was her name? Brittany. Of course, Brittany was the second one out. They both chose to take seats rather than choose besties. I'm just going to skip most of this because the besties don't really matter that much. But the post-pact alliance, which is Kyle, Monty, Michael, Alyssa, Amira, and Nicole, all chose separate people to align with, to become bestie with, so that two of them in the same alliance are not together. I think it came down between, God damn it, what was that guy's name? For the head of household, it came down between this guy, I don't remember his name, and Amira was with the last two. And of course, he won. Amira is always good, but he definitely won head of household. And Amira had a choice between Terrence or Jasmine to partner up with, and she chose to partner up with Terrence because whoever becomes bestie with the HOH is safe. So she wanted Jasmine to be safe, so Jasmine can have you know, some sort of sway on the winner. God damn, I can't remember his name. Is his name also Taylor? I don't know. This guy, he is the HOH, looking like Joe Dirt. I don't remember his name, but he became HOH. All right. And he was also very tight with Pooch, who just got out, and he was like informed at the last minute that he had to vote for Pooch because Pooch was going to go home. So he had to sort of make a choice. But now he desperately wanted to win that HOH because he wanted to get revenge for Pooch. And plus, if his number one, he had a final two with Pooch. If his number one gets voted out, then he's also in danger. So he needs that safety. So it's like, it's a two-parter. It's for safety and for revenge. Oh, Turner, that's his name. Damn it. I knew it was a T. All right, so you can see it there. Turner, he's the new HOH. So Turner's HOH. It's time for him to choose who he's gonna put up, and he talks to the guys. And Michael ends up being partners with Brittany. He chose Brittany because she wasn't in his alliance. Amira's partner with Terrence, and Nicole, who's also part of the post-pact, partnered up with Taylor. And then Alyssa partnered up with Emiri, or whatever that Brazilian girl's name is. Well, not girl, she's an old ass woman. But Jasmine had to choose, since she's bestie with the HOH, she had to choose who's going to be the have-not, and it's going to be one group, so it's just two people. So she chose two people that haven't been have-not before. So she chose Brittany, and she chose Alyssa and Amiri, whatever her name is, and Amiri's losing her mind because she's on slop, and she just starts rubbing people the wrong way. So they kind of want to get rid of her. So when it was time, Daniel was partnered up with Kyle, and because of that, they sort of kind of formed a relationship with Turner, because Turner was working with Kyle before in the guys alliance that excluded Daniel and Michael. And yeah, so because they're kind of besties now, Kyle just kind of gave him an in to actually talk to Turner. And it seems like Turner is kind of going to be going after a girl this time, because it seems like there's a concerted effort to get rid of one of the guys. So it's going to be a girl going home. And while they were talking to Turner, they suggested either get rid of Brittany, because Brittany, I don't know, she has some sort of nervous condition where she just like anxiety filled, and she just rattles off at the mouth every time something happens. So she just looks like a skittish deer all the time. And when she's talking game with people, she's just rattling off stuff, and she just doesn't build trust with people. So they want to get rid of Brittany, and she's partnered up with Michael. Turner doesn't have a problem with Michael, but I mean, Michael kind of wins comps, he wins vetoes, so it wouldn't be a bad choice. And his other choice would be Taylor, because everyone was already trying to get rid of her, and she's partnered up with, Nicole, which is part of the post-back alliance. So Kyle was kind of trying to, and Kyle and Daniel was trying to shift him away from those two, because Daniel formed a final two with Nicole, and Kyle is in the post-pack with Nicole. So they both had a reason to try to save her. All right, so that was pretty much the strategy, and that was the options that was brought to Turner. He didn't really have specific targets in mind, because people don't really talk that much game with him, but that's the names that were brought to him, so he kind of chose between those names. In the end, he put up Michael and Brittany. He's thinking if they both stay on the block, then Brittany goes home. But if not, if Michael wins veto and takes both of them off, he has a backup in Taylor and Nicole. All right, so that is it for this week. I suppose next week we're going to find out what happens with the veto. But that is it. Till next time.